got the juice, I got the juice. 10 on, Chatham's on. Glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace, bag up on. Rappers.
My name is Tory Bryant. I am 25 and I am a disc jockey. I've been DJing, I guess professionally since 2010, so it's 5 years now. When I went to U of H, for college, that's when I really got exposed to DJing in the sense of me actually, or somebody controlling music for an entire party by themselves. Because at first we would just make like little mixtapes and just have them playing and all that kind of stuff. But when I got to college and I got to experience it for myself, I was like, this is really cool. Like I could do that. Like I feel like that would be easy to do. And so that was in 2008 when I just kind of I was really on the club scene because that's when it was real popular in Houston. And so in 2010, I kind of realized when I was U of H, I didn't know like nothing I was there for was anything that I really wanted to do. So I just decided to pursue DJing professionally, and that's pretty much how it kind of came to pass. I mean, well, getting into DJing is kind of hard to begin with because it's such an expensive thing to really get started with, as far as like buying all the equipment you would need and traveling and the expenses for that. My favorite DJs when I first started experiencing DJing were definitely like DJ Candlestick and DJ Mr. Rogers and DJ Young Streets, and those were like the real pivotal people that I really looked up to before I even really understood like what DJing was, because you go to events and you have your favorite DJs, of course, and those are always my favorite three. Young Streets was one of the first people to really reach out to me as far as like being able to help me and like put me on events and just kind of like just show me love in the sense of where it was like, okay, I'm gonna put you, I'll put you in certain places, or because we both were UH DJs, and so that was just that kind of that love to help out that he shows. So I've always admired that and appreciated that from him. So it's pretty, that was the one thing that kind of like helped me like feel like, okay, there's love out here for DJs. And it's weird because with DJs, there's like it's like a circle of, we all help each other in a sense. Because I mean, if you miss a gig or something, you can always pass it to another DJ, or they'll pass you a gig, and we share music, whatever the case may be. It's just like it's a community of helpful individuals, like all for the greater good of DJing. So the most challenging thing about being a DJ, I would say, is keeping up with music, because there's such a wide range of music that needs to be followed, and I only have one set of ears, and it like music nowadays, there's so much of it being thrown at you at one time, to where it's just like to keep up with all of it and keep it in rotation, to understand how to use it, and to stay modernized with the music that you use. It's a challenge, and I would just say that's probably the hardest part about it to me, in a sense, especially like keeping it all organized and keeping it usable in a sense. But yeah, but the most fun part about DJing, I would say, would have to be just the ability to give people the type of joy that you would want them to have when they're listening to music, and just seeing people enjoy music the way you enjoy it. I think that's probably the best thing about being able to DJ, because like, how you go to events and then like you're not into it because like you might hear some music and it's just like whatever, but like when you have the ability to bring the music to people that that they want to hear, and you seeing them enjoy it, and that it's your fault that everything's going as good as it's going, I think that's like a reassuring feeling, and it's it's just like, it just makes you feel like what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. And I think that's what I really enjoy about it, is just seeing other people enjoy music or get excited when they hear a song, and it brings them back to whatever memory or recollection they have of it when they hear it. I think that's really dope to me. My ideal event would be with a crowd that is very open-minded as far as musically, and or at least they have a deep appreciation for music. Like if I can get a crowd that that just wants to come out and listen to like quality music from any time frame or whatever the case may be, rather if it's intimate or if it's big. Like I would rather have that over anything, because that allows me to go through my library of music and to just go through the world of music and have fun with it, and do different things, and approach it from different aspects and stuff like that, and just really, you know, just really explore music. I think that's always fun to go and just explore music at your will, and for people to enjoy that. That would be the best gig. If I can do that like every week, I'd probably die happy, you know. What I do with my events is when I book somebody, or somebody does a contract with me, whatever the case is, I ask them what they want, or like if they have a list of stuff or list of music that they prefer to hear for the event, and I just try to complement that list that they give me with the music I already have, and then just go off that. A lot of times when I go to events, or if I DJ an event, you pretty much get an idea. You have to be so much of a sociologist to where you're studying your environment and the people that's there, and understand the type of music that they want, because everybody's different, and every audience is different. So you have to be able to adapt to different situations and have the right type of music for any occasion. So a lot of times it's really just that, because you know, you can DJ a wedding and have one type of music, you can DJ a club, have another type of music. You DJ a business event or like a corporate event and have different type of music. So it's just understanding your environments and understanding your crowds is really the best way to, or just, I guess, being experienced in that sense, and going to events. It's really not much prepping you can do outside of going to an event and adapting to it, or at least preparing yourself ahead of time, and having all your music set up to where all you have to really do is go there and figure out what you need to play and play it. It's all like, every tape is different, and even with each tape, like I can be a fan of it and listen to it too, because it's new music for me as well. So I think that's what's so fun about making those tapes, is just, one, you never know what you're gonna get, but when you get it, you know it's gonna be brand new to you, and you know it's going to be it's gonna sound like something you've never heard before, and I love that about each tape. I think one of my favorite moments I recall was because I was actually in a music group, well, 220, of course, you know about that. When we performed at what was it, the H2O festival, we had performed there. It was like this Hispanic festival that they had like artists like Tiesto and Yellow Wolf and Snoop Dogg and Damian Marley and all kinds of artists that we kind of opened for on the front stage. We performed there, and we did our set or whatever, and after we were done, we came back out, and we was just like meeting the people that was out there, and like people loved us, like people loved our performance and everything, and they was taking pictures with us and taking our CDs and everything like that, and it was just like, it was so much love, and like they treated us like an actual artist. Like we was able to have access to everything and walk around the stadium and go watch all the performances. We met Snoop Dogg and Damian Marley and chopped it up with them, and I don't know, it was a very like surreal experience that was really dope and motivating, and it was just fun. And like I would love to do events like that or festivals like that all the time, and so that was really motivating and pretty dope. I think going into 2016, I'm going to make more of a focus of branding and marketing myself better, to where I can be placed in positions to where I can DJ festivals and events, and it's really just learning about how to go about it and what steps I need to take, because I know I remember there was a way to do it for South by Southwest, where you sign up as a DJ and then they kind of put you in events to DJ and stuff like that. But I would just need to take that initiative to do so. But yeah, a lot of that is really just me being more proactive, and I mean that's really how you get a majority of your gigs, is just being proactive and going out and figuring out how to be a part of stuff, or just having a strong enough brand where you can attract somebody towards you and they book you, or they want to use you and stuff like that. So that's it. I mean, majority of my gigs I get have been word of mouth, or somebody knowing about me already DJing and wanting to use me. So one of my goals in 2016 is to really put together a couple of mixtapes with artists within the city, and just really get everybody to come together for the purpose of just making really good music and something that we can all just enjoy. Because I think one aspect we lost in Houston is artists coming together to really just make music for the fun of making music, and not necessarily to try to do anything or try to, I mean, of course you can make it big and stuff like that, but if you're not making music for the simple joy of just making music and for the culture of making music and what it can bring to somebody else's life or whatever, then it's just kind of like, it doesn't mean as much, And I just think, I mean, there's a lot of talent in Houston that's not being brought together, but at the same time, where does it, like, who is the person that's going to bring that together? Who's the person that's really going to try to unite artists to even be in that position to do that? So I think with me being a DJ and me, having the relationships I have with people and artists out here, I think I have the ability to do that. So I really want to kind of make that a focus of mine, and to really kind of just invigorate the culture in Houston and make it something special again.
The juice, I got the juice. 10-0, Chatham's on. Glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace, bag up on. Rapper, song, singer, suspended, subpoena from Mr.